Hello darlings, it's Tess and I need to confess something. It is currently Wednesday the 18th of June 2025 and I have already completely taken my Halloween treat bags too far. If you've been around on this channel for a while, then you know that each year I live in an apartment building, and so we can't do traditional trick-or-treating because what are the kids gonna do? Knock on the security door? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. So instead, I make little treat bags for the kids that live in our building, and I put them in the lobby. But one thing I've been doing, especially, is I've just been, first of all, chain watching Jade the Libra Halloween decor searching from last year and previous years, because seeing all the, Halloween, it's very mass-produced, it's very Amazon-y, it's very big box store in the States, all that, like, so I'm glad that I don't have the opportunity to buy it because it would be very tempting. But it gives me ideas for my DIYs. Like, one of the DIYs that I'm doing this year comes straight from something that I saw on a shelf in a Jade the Libra video. So I have her to thank, and also it's just fun just seeing what's around. Sometimes we all like going window shopping with our friends, unless the capitalism unfortunately gets to you and you end up buying heaps that you don't need. Anyway, no one on planet Earth, including me, needs to actually do treat bags, but like, I feel weird at the idea of not doing it. Like, it's just this opportunity to bring happiness to the community, especially to little kids, obviously, because, the idea of secular Halloween, because I have witchy Samhain, but then secular Halloween is really for the kids. Like, it's just amazing. So what I like to put in my treat bags, and have in the past, if you've seen those videos, is obviously I put sweets and chocolate in there, but I also put in other things that last longer. One day, I moved on from Jade the Libra videos and into the chaotic, crazy world of Graveyard Girl videos, because she goes even harder on the treat buckets than I do. She has about 5 million things that go into them, and she makes about 150 of the buckets, so every single kid that comes to her house gets an entire one, whereas I only make 12 because that's the number of apartments that we have in our building. So I can afford to be OTT to these kids, but nobody else. And even if I went to our town square to hand out the treat buckets, I wouldn't be able to carry them all. And maybe I might run out, blah blah blah. So I'll be taking regular candy to my town square to hand out, apart from a couple of special things that I'm about to show that I just feel like yeeting on in there. But basically, I just got the urge to plan so far ahead and make my treat bags better than ever by being able to put effort and time into it and kind of curate what I'm gonna give and just make it the best ever. So yes, anyway, this is a very long introduction to say that my autism hyperfixation Halloween early bird has swooped in even earlier than it has in past years. And even though now on June the 18th, as I said, we are now, there's already a giant bag and a box in my room full of the stuff that I'm giving away. And chances are, knowing me and the way that I want to keep making them even better, this box and this bag are probably only going to grow. So yeah, it's kind of a problem, but I'm incredibly excited about it. It's making me very happy, and I really just don't care if you don't like it. Like, I don't know why you would. Like, making children happy it should be on all of our to-do lists, I'm pretty sure, in this world. So, unless a kid's done something to you, I guess. But anyway, that's just, in my world, that's what we do. So basically, in the past, I've given out bags that are, you know, very cute and everything, but they were disposable. Whereas this year, I wanted to get something that was reusable, and the only things that I could find, they were on clearance on an Australian party store, because I hate Amazon, I hate Temu, and I hate businesses like that are, you know, exploitative and terrible for the environment. Whereas at least ordering local from Australia is slightly not so bad, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but just, I'm staying away from Amazon at all costs. So this is literally the size of like a grocery shopping bag that you take to the supermarket, but like, I got them on clearance. Normally there's 12 of them in here. And I was able to get them on clearance. Why? Because the site was offering them incredibly low price, because they're left over from last year, clearly. So because of me and my early bird, I managed to get the good stuff. So they have a jack-o'-lantern on one side, and then the other side is boring. So I'm going to be painting, I've got stencils, Halloween silhouettes that I'm going to be putting here, because, you know, you guys know I love craft, I love Halloween, I love making my treat bags. So anything that adds another layer of fun to this whole process is just going to be what I'm going to do. So I have a pair of witchy boots, I have a bat, I have a flying witch, and I have a haunted house that I'm going to stencil on the back of each of these. So there we go, that's them. And I saw on Pinterest that a fun non-food favour that you can give away is little white bottles of bubbles that you draw ghost faces on. So I've got this box of just married bubbles. Use instead of rice, environmentally safe, 24 pieces. So I'm going to put one of each of these into my treat bags, and then take the rest into the town square to give them to whatever kids come up first, because whatever non-candy stuff I have left over from these bags, I'm gonna give out to kids in the square, so they get the cool stuff first. And then, you know, I would love to have the cool stuff, I think I said this, for every kid, including the kids out there, but there's hundreds of kids from when I've done that, so, you know, a select few of them are gonna get, you know, a little bubble with their candy or whatever. So there's that's the bubbles. And then this, as we all know, these are little avocado guy friends, bag charms, because as we all know, with the Labubu's, which my mum calls Hoomy Goomies because she couldn't remember the name, and every kind of bag charm, kids are just obsessed with this stuff, and so I thought I would get them some kind of bag charm. So I did the little avocados because I thought they were cute. This I have wanted for years. These are kids' watercolor palettes. And I would love for there to be more colours in them, and maybe a better quality brush, but my goal every year for one of my like non-food presents is to be an art supply or something to be creative with. So that's my one for this year. These pencils are kind of similar, you know, you use pencils for art, for school, for whatever. But I saw a Pinterest DIY where you put some paper on the end of the pencil and it looks like a witch's broom. So obviously I'm going to be doing that. And then I'm so excited about these. For the actual candy that I'm giving, obviously most of the time when you give out candy, it has to be individually wrapped for hygiene reasons, especially when I'm giving it out to kids in the square because they don't know me at all. Whereas the people in this building, like, know who I am, they know I do it every year, they know I'm not crazy, they know, like, they know me. I'm not a stranger sitting in a square who you've never met before. Like, I'm a person in this building that they know exists, that is perfectly sane, perfectly hygienic. I make them handmade Christmas biscuits every year, and that's obviously, and I individually wrap them so they don't stick to each other, but obviously I'm making them with my hands and they still go, people still eat them, so I know that if I use my hands to put individual loose candy into these, then they're still gonna like it because they basically know me. But these are monster lolly bags, or really Frankenstein's monster lolly bags, because we've got the stitches and things. But it's like a glove, but bigger, and so you fill it up with candy, and then they've got twist ties. So you fill this up, and then on the wrist of it, once it's full, you go like that, and then do the twist tie, and there you go. So I've got quite a few of these to last me, hopefully, a few years, depending on what I do in the future. So that was my first online package that I kind of dicked around and bought without really planning to. So we've got the palettes, we've got the bubbles, we have the pencils for witch brooms, we have the avocado friends, but then recently, since I ordered this stuff, I have just kind of been unable to resist buying extra stuff that's even better, especially for, there are two kids that live directly next door to us, as in, like, their door is right next to us, like they're literally the closest one. And one of them is a boy who's now about 13, 14, but the other one is a little girl who we've known since she was born. Like, we saw the mother being pregnant and everything. So she's really, really sweet. She's very little. She just started big school, so she's only about, what, 5 or 6. And so I just decided that, you know, I would love to get 12 of a certain thing and put them all in the bags or give them to the kids in the square or whatever, but sometimes there's only, like, a really cool thing that I want, but I can only afford one. So for the things that are really cool that I can only afford one instead of a whole bunch, I'm giving to the two kids next door because they're just always nice to us. But these are going in the bags for all the kids in the building because there are so many of these. These are Centos scented stickers, 1,000 of them in each of these pads, and I've used these before when I was tutoring in person, when I would be grading kids' papers and things, like during holiday camp. So I got them and I would put them on their work, and they just went ape crap for these stickers, especially because they're scratch and sniff. And it's like, I thought maybe that someone would be like, oh, that's boring, whatever, stickers are for babies or whatever they might say. But no, they worked. When I said, oh, I have some cool smelly stickers to give to people who are going to be really quiet right now, and just they were. So, I've got them, and, you know, I'm gonna chop this sheet into, you know, awkwardly go between the stickers and chop it into about 4. And then same with the next page, you know, it's literally 1,000 of them, so I'll divide them up between the kids in the building. This is for the little girl next door, which is another bag charm thing, because all the kids are just obsessed. I'm trying to go with what they will really like, kind of as kids now, because there are certain things that I would have loved to have when I was young, but I wasn't necessarily like every other kid. Like, I didn't always conform to trends, which is like, doesn't make me any better or worse than anyone, obviously. But instead of, you know, my little self would have loved, you know, a little vintage book or, you know, this thing, whereas I just need to be realistic about what these kids are gonna like, even if I would love to, you know, give them a magic wand and a little potion bowl or something. So, you know, they all like the bag charms, they like the stickers, but this is a bag clip DIY colouring, and it is, the tag is of a pizza with a kitten face, so the little girl next door is getting that. Here I've got some rainbow gels, fluoro, pastel, sparkly, etc. So dividing these up between the bags, there are quite a few of them, so I might take them to the square as well. This also, I think, for little one next door, it is an axolotl, except this, Alex, the axolotl. I am as friendly as can be. You'll have fun just watching me. Finding a good hiding spot is one thing I like a lot. So, yes, she's gonna get him, I think. Then I have 2 just wibble wobble pens from one of those cute little Asian stores. This is one, where's the other? Yes, so this one is fries, and then that's the pen. And then this one is just a cute little pink bunny, kitten, bear thing. I have no idea what that is, but it's cute. This is another bag charm that comes with 3 colours of paint, and you pour them over the charms, so you have your own, like, kind of like kaleidoscopic, really cool design depending on how you drip the paint. This is something I would have loved when I was little, because it's a crafty thing, so that's, I knew I had to grab that. These cute glasses, again, for the little girl next door. These, I am so smug about the fact that I thought of these and got them. So, you know how when all of us were kids, about 1,000 years ago, you could still get, like, lip smackers from different places? Like, I remember being about 16 and I found Coca-Cola lip smackers, and, you know, 16 using lip smackers versus 10-year-olds now using Glow Recipe. Like, that's what your childhood should be, thank you. But I tracked down from Big W some Fanta lip smackers, because when I was watching Graveyard Girl, one of the things that she said was she put a call out on her channel to ask people what is a non-candy treat that you would love to get in your treat bag, and so many people said lip balm, and so because I'm extra, I just immediately went, oh, it's gotta be lip smackers, you know, the kids in my building need the best. So I immediately found these online, but it's a Fanta grape tin, and then you've got the 3 of them inside, so it is orange Fanta, grape Fanta, and strawberry Fanta. So the little girl next to me, we were all obsessed with these when we were her age, and especially because it's like, you know, a beauty thing, like what your older sister does or your mum does, you know, oh, I'm putting my makeup on, and it's like, no, it's the kind of makeup that a little kid should be putting on, you know, it's cute. Actually for their age. So, little girl next door is probably gonna get a whole one of these with 3 in them. 3 in it. I'm biased, sorry. And then these ones are gonna be divided up against the rest of everybody. But I also have a secret weapon from shopping yesterday, which I found these kind of knockoff brand lip smackers, that, you know, the poor children who don't have the real lip smacker the way we did, you know, this is what they have instead, but it's still cool. So they're gonna have that. I also got these little baby nail polishes because I just can't get over how cute they are, and again, tiny kids don't need fancy cosmetics, like they don't need Sephora. This is the kind of stuff that you get from them. So, yeah. What else? Oh yes, I got this jar of, bath bombs, which are, you know, little sea creatures, I think. There are shells, there's a star, there's a, like, purple ombre kind of turtle, so that's really fun. I was thinking of making some bath fizzes, like, by myself, and I knew that might be taking it a bit far, because I haven't made those before. What else have we got? So, off-brand mini bricks, you know, the nano bricks where you can build really cool stuff. I got these at just a regular, you know, the kind of stores that, like, you know, yes, they do have fast fashion and, you know, yes, blah, blah, blah. Like, I basically don't go to those stores ever unless there's something that I can't find anywhere else. And so in this case, the regular branded version of these kind of nano brick stuff are so expensive, and so this is gonna have to do. So I think the little girl next door is gonna get the flamingo, and maybe her brother will get the lion. Or, because, I don't know, boys like Lego even when they're teens, so I don't know about that. What I know he will like, and what, you know, all the kids would like, so, you know, again, if I had endless money and I could order boxes and boxes from Amazon, which I would never do because Jeff Bezos is a psychopath, I found this, a mystery Skibidi toilet figure. So I know this is the kind of thing that a teenage boy would like, because even teenage girls like it. I have a kid for online tutoring who makes Skibidi toilet jokes every single time we have our lessons. So that's funny. I also found these. The kiddos, at least the kiddos in my area, are obsessed with bubble tea. So I found these cool shaker stickers that have bubbles that move. So I've got the scented stickers and then these stickers. So I'm all stickered out this year. I love that I've got different kinds. These, lol. I forgot about the ghost bubbles that I had already ordered. So when I spotted these are giant bubble wands, 50 cents each. I was like, oh my god. So I literally have 12 of them in this bag. So I might give those as well, I'm not sure. And then I started to do the, you know, one lucky kid will get this. So we actually have, I am the best neighbour ever, we have 2 blind box Sunny Angels. This is for the girl next door as well. I just saw this little handmade teddy that you could turn into a bag charm, and I was like, you know what, like, I can't walk away from this and not give it to a little kid while I'm supporting the artist at the same time, because my nephew isn't even 1 yet, and so having a tiny toy isn't safe for him in case he, you know, tries to eat it. What else? I found for the boys, and again, like, I hate that anything is going to be gendered whatsoever. I'm not going to put labels on my Halloween bags that say boy, girl, boy, girl. No, no, no. So I like to put in things that any gender can enjoy, and, you know, even if you're a boy and you get a little lip balm in your bag, you can give it to a girl that you know. So, you know, hopefully it does that. So I've got 3 Marvel blind bag thingies. You can get Spider-Man, Symbiotic Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Gamora, Iron Man, Captain America, oh, I dropped it, the Lizard, Hulk, Falcon, Drax, Green Goblin, or Black Widow. So these were fun to find for the boys or girls. Everyone can love Marvel, of course. Okay, so bubble ones. Oh yes. 2 little Hello Kitty surprise eggs that has candy, toys, and stickers. And I wasn't a Hello Kitty kitty when I was young, but if you showed me an egg that had like candy and a toy and stickers, and the brand was something that I loved, you know, I don't know, Pingu, what else did I love when I was a kid, or a fairy or something, then I would have gone completely, like, lost my mind. Shoulder to shoulder, I think this is a blind box of a little thing that looks like it's falling asleep. I think that's what it has. There, they're all sleeping. Getting to the bottom of this bag, and then, yes, so yet another clip-on. Yes, this is gonna go to the little girl next door. She's getting spoiled, but I don't care. And the other thing is, the reason I'm going so, you know, OTT this year is that me and Mum might be moving soon, and I don't know when. Like, it might be in literally years, but it might be, you know, I don't know how quickly we're gonna find the place. So just in case this is our last Halloween here, I am going out with a bang. So yeah, and so here we have an what is that? That's, I can't see this. Mystery Me Meows, a plush clip-on, and obviously with meow in the title, you know it's going to be a kitty. And yes, you know, I would love, I also have something on the way that I haven't got yet that I'll put a picture of here, is I've got little, again, something creative, which is why I loved it. I've got these little kits from a woman on Etsy who makes them specifically for party bags. They are a DIY monster where you have a tub of Play-Doh, a few little sticks to make like arms and legs, some googly eyes, and some pom-poms. And so that can be like a cute little thing that you make and put on the shelf. So I love the idea of that, and I don't know, with, you know, pulling all the supplies from different places, like, I don't know if I would have been able to organize those and have them be affordable. So I try not to get kind of pre-made party favor things on Etsy like that, which is where I found them. I like to kind of keep it remotely affordable, which you're gonna laugh when I even say that, but, you know, like, But I am getting this stuff where, like, the real branded version of these Nanobricks animals is, I think, like $15, and this was $3. Like, for example, Little Girl Next Door's getting a full tin, just because I know I would have been so stoked at her age to get the full tin, so she's getting the full one. But, you know, for everybody else, you know, these were $3 also. But that doesn't matter to a kid. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to show right now, but, like, what's probably gonna be insane is that, for all I know, I might end up getting more things between now and Halloween, so I don't do everything in October. Like, I'm prepping basically for the entire year, and so I like the idea of giving you kind of a treat bag early haul video, like right now when I filmed it, instead of in Halloween, just because this is something earlier in the year, even if it's for Halloween, that is making me so happy. Like, I just love all these little treasures that I'm gonna be giving away. I just love it. And so I show DIY projects throughout the year whenever I do them. I show Halloween ones in October, obviously, because I want to have them to show in Vlogoween rather than before. But, you know, this might be my first time getting a Halloween related video and putting it out well before Halloween, because lots of other Halloween obsessed people on YouTube, mostly Americans, because you Yanks take Halloween the most far, hence Graveyard Girl 150 buckets that are even more than what I've got here. But you guys get to kind of soak in the Halloween for such a long time, because your stores, which are, you know, just a consumerist trap, of course, but we're trying not to think about that, they start putting out Halloween decorations so early, which is why you get literally weeks and months of those Halloween Hunt With Me videos from users like channels like Jade the Libra. So this is, and Australia doesn't do that in putting things out early, nowhere near. So I guess this is my version of Halloween decor hunting over until October. This is my version of collecting stuff for my treat bags. And I am very proud of myself also, I will say, for not giving in to the temptation of getting things from Amazon or Temu, because the prices are so low because of, you know, wage theft and unethical crap. It means I would be able to get so many more variety of things for so much less of a price, but I just can't ethically do that. I just can't. So this is as much as I can get from brick and mortar stores and Australian online party stores and Etsy, like I got those monster kits. This is what I've been able to gather and will keep gathering, and I'm especially going to look at thrift stores, because you would be amazed to find, like, you know, maybe I'll find a little thing that has got 12 toys in it, but no one wants it, so it costs $1. Like, you can find stuff like that in thrift stores if you make a bit of effort, and as we know, I am going to effort, as you can see. So thank you for watching. I hope that you are a Halloween addict too, and or you're just obsessed with giving presents and treat bags to people, because I just can't not do it, man. They have to be good. I only do them once a year. I'm not out here doing boo baskets and blizzard baskets and beach baskets and all of that crazy overconsumption. Like, I save it for one time a year, this time, and I try to give things that last instead of just disposable candy or like little toys that are gonna break. You know, this chapstick lasts, ladies and gentlemen, and you know, this little guy on your bag charm, she'll have that for years probably. So that's everything I have for you today. Will this video go on after this to me showing you even more stuff? Possibly. I'm about to go down to Tasmania, and their thing is in Hobart. You guys have seen me go before. Nobody throws anything away in Hobart, so you can find most amazing antique stores, amazing thrift stores, but also tip shops where next to like a literal like garbage dump, there are people that go through all of the stuff that comes in, and if there's still something that is actually usable and perfectly good, whether it's like a hammer or a piece of clothing, it gets put in the tip shop, and it's insanely affordable. So for all I know, I might find some really cool treat bag stuff in the tip shop, but yeah, maybe the second part of this video is gonna be a candy haul for the treat bags, because even though candy lasts for about 5,000 years because it's got so much sugar, I do understand that people would want me to buy candy closer to October so that it is fresher, rather than getting it now and having it be closer to its use by date by Halloween, even though candy barely has a use by date because there's so much sugar and it lasts forever, blah blah blah. I just said that. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you like party bags, if you like just giving treats to people, if you love Halloween, if you want ideas for Halloween treat bags for your kids or for kids you know, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a like because it really helps my channel, and comment down below anything that you would be really excited to get in a treat bag, not just what I've got here, but another suggestion if you have it. Maybe I can do some more budgeting and see if I can afford that, because I know that these bags that I showed you are like really big, and so I'm trying to say to myself, dude, you do not have to fill up the entire thing, that would be ridiculous. But like, imagine if I could fill up the entire thing, like how freaking satisfying would that be? Anyway, yes, I'm gonna sign off this video now because it's probably 2 hours long. Subscribe for more of Halloween, more of making stuff, more of me yapping definitely about different topics, and also more witchcraft, and I will see you guys soon for whether this is a Vlogoween video, so I will see you in the next Vlogoween episode, or I will see you in my next video if I just choose to put this out and it's a normal video in the middle of the year to show you how excited I am for Halloween, because I can't go to core hunting, so this is my version. Okay, yeah, I love you, keep going.